I found the best methods to get every single build specialization extremely fast in NBA 2K26. In this video, I'm going to show you guys step by step exactly how to finish every single build specialization as fast as possible. So drop a like and let's jump into it. Starting off with finishing. For finishing, there's 3 categories. Winning games with 6 or more shots made in the paint in each win, winning 50 games with a teammate grade of A- or higher, and making close range shots. You're going to have to do one of those 3 things for every single goal, except for the very first one, which is just to win 20 games. The teammate grade doesn't matter. So let's start off with the best method to win 50 games or more with a teammate grade of A- or higher as fast as possible. What you guys are going to want to do is head to the open core athletics training gym on the map. Once you're there, run up to the board and just start the game. Now, what I like about this mode over the Street Kings mode is that the games start immediately and they end immediately. There's no cutscenes, no yapping, just straight hooping. So you're going to be able to get in and out of these games as fast as possible. Now, our main priority here is to win 50 games with a teammate grade of A- or higher as fast as possible. So on defense, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to leave your man open, but you're not going to want to completely leave him, so that way you don't get a leave assignment downgrade on your teammate grade. So just kind of stay a little bit off of your matchup, and what you want him to do is you're going to want him to shoot as soon as he gets the ball. That way you can get back on offense as fast as possible. Now, when you're on offense, if your build can shoot, I highly recommend just taking threes. I know this is the finishing specialization, but shooting is the fastest way to get your teammate grade up. So I highly recommend just taking threes until you're at an A- or better. Now, this mode is basically on rookie, so you're going to be able to make all of your shots extremely easily, even if you only have like a 73 ball or higher. As you guys can see right here, all I'm doing is calling for the ball, and then I'm immediately shooting it off the catch. You can also bring the ball up and just dribble right in your defender's face and pull up for a jump shot. It doesn't matter. You're going to be able to green it every single time, because this mode is so easy. Now, if your build cannot shoot, the second best method will be to go for assists. So what I highly recommend you guys do is run pick and rolls, and then don't throw lobs or anything like that, just throw normal assists. You should be able to get enough teammate grade off of assists to get that A- or higher. All right, so now I'm gonna be showing you guys the fastest method to complete the win X amount of game goals with 6 or more shots made in the paint. Once again, you're gonna wanna go to the open core athletics training gym, and you're going to want to immediately start the game. Again, these games start immediately and they end immediately, so we're going to be able to get in and out fast. Now, your build really doesn't actually have to be good at finishing, but if it is, that helps even more. So as you guys can see right here, all I'm doing is calling for the ball around the rim in that close shot range, and then I'm just immediately going up with a layup. There's a few other things you can do. Of course, if your build can dribble, you could just cross over your defender because they really don't play defense in here and just go take a layup. And then of course, you can also leak out and cherry pick on breaks for easy wide open layups and dunks. But really all you have to do if you can't dribble is just call for the ball around the rim and then just immediately go up with it and lay it in. It doesn't really matter if the defender is in front of you. You're gonna miss here and there if they get a really good contest, but for the most part, you're gonna make pretty much all of your layups, especially if you have high finishing ratings. So if you've done this correctly, you should be at, of course, 12 points by the time you've made 6 shots in the paint. So now all you have to do is make 3 threes and the game is over. Moving on to the best method for the goals, where you only have to make close range shots, and that's it. In your settings, you're going to want to put your game difficulty on rookie, and then you're going to want to head to the NBA arena on the map. Once you're there, you're going to want to immediately head right, and you're going to want to go to the practice facility. Once you're in the practice facility, go up to your coach and start a scrimmage. And now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to call a screen on the wing without the ball. Just run around the screen and then cut to the rim. And pretty much every single time, you're going to get an easy, free, wide open layup or dunk. Immediately after that, run over to the coach, quit the game, and spam X or A if you're on Xbox to start up another scrimmage. And then you're just going to want to keep repeating this over and over again. Now, to call for these screens, I'm pressing left on the D-pad, and then I'm pressing square or X if you're on Xbox. And then LeBron's going to come set me an off-ball screen. I'm just going to run around the screen and get the free dunk. And that was 3 close range shots in 30 seconds. Moving on to the shooting specialization, just like the finishing specialization, there's going to be 3 different types of goals for this specialization. The first category you only have to worry about once, and it's going to be on goal 3, where you have to win 50 games with a teammate grade of an A- or higher. The second type of goal is going to be the ones where you only have to worry about making mid-range or 3-point shots. Teammate grade and winning the game does not matter. The third type of goal is going to be the goals where you need to win a certain amount of games with 5 or more jump shots made in each win. So starting off with the first goal type, which is going to be to win 50 games with a teammate grade of A- or higher. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to head to the open core athletics training gym on the map. Once you're there, run up to the board and immediately start the game. Now, if you didn't watch my finishing specialization methods, what I love about this mode is that the games start and finish immediately. It's not like the Street Kings court where there's a lot of yapping before and after. These games start and end instantly. So once you're in game, all you're going to want to do is call for the ball and immediately shoot it. Of course, you could dribble up the court and then shoot once you get up the court, but I think the fastest way to get these games over with is to call for the ball on spot up shots and then just immediately shoot it. Now keep in mind, you need a teammate grade of an A- or higher, and luckily shooting gets you your teammate grade up extremely fast in this game. Now on defense, you guys are going to want to make sure that you're leaving your man open enough to where the other team is passing him the ball, but not too open to where you're getting leave assignments that are pushing down your teammate grade. As you guys can see, I usually stay about 5 to 10 feet back, and then as soon as they catch the ball, I run out and jump at them to get a good contest. Moving on to the next method for the goals, where you have to win a certain amount of games with 5 or more jump shots made in each win. Now for this one, luckily teammate grade does not matter. So that's the only difference for this one. You don't have to guard your man at all. Just leave your man wide open, go sit at the other end if you want, and then immediately call for the ball once your team gets the ball back. A lot of times, because you're not playing any defense at all, the other team will pass to your man, he'll instantly shoot the shot up, and then he'll miss. So now your team will get the rebound, and then you can just call for the ball. They'll throw it down to you on the break, and then you can just shoot right away. That way you can get these games over with as fast as possible. Keep in mind, we need to win 50 games, so we want to get these over with as fast as possible. And we're shooting threes the entire time, so we're going to be able to do this in the fastest way possible. Moving on to the final shooting goal type, which is the goals where you have to make a certain amount of mid-range or 3-point shots. Winning the game and teammate grade does not matter. So for example, for goal 8 and 9, you need to make 1,000 and 2,000 mid-range or 3-point shots. And with this method, I made 1,000 threes in under 2 hours. In your settings, you're going to want to put your game difficulty on rookie, and then you're going to want to head to the NBA arena on the map. Once you're there, you're going to want to immediately head right, and you're going to want to go to the practice facility. Once you're in the practice facility, go up to your coach and start a scrimmage. And now you're just going to want to take threes over and over again. So as you guys can see right here, took the first 3 and I'm immediately going to run over to my coach, quit the game, and then spam A or X if you're on PlayStation. And then you're going to just start up another scrimmage and you're going to take another 3 and you're going to keep repeating this process over and over again. This method is extremely fast, and I believe Stacks Montana found this method. I saw it on Twitter, and you guys know I had to make sure it was in the video because you're going to be able to get your shooting specialization done in no time with this method. What was originally going to probably take you about a week or maybe even more, you're going to be able to get this done in under a day. You're going to be able to get the 1,000 and 2,000 threes done extremely fast with this method. Moving on to the fastest methods to complete your playmaking specialization. Now for this specialization, there is also 3 types of goals. One is to win 50 games with a teammate grade of A- or higher. The next one is to get an X amount of assists or relay assists, regardless of the game outcome or your teammate grade. And the third type of goal is going to be the ones where you need to win a certain amount of games with 5 or more assists in each win. Now starting off with the goal where you need to win 50 games with a teammate grade of A- or higher, you're going to want to go to the open core athletics training gym on the map. Run up to the board and immediately start the game. Now for this goal, the fastest method is going to be to shoot threes. That's right, even though it's the playmaking specialization, you don't need to be passing the ball for this goal. All you guys need to do is just shoot threes, because threes get you a ton of teammate grade, and by shooting threes, you're going to be getting the games over with as fast as possible. I recommend playing a little bit off your man on defense like you see here, and then when he catches the ball, run out and contest him so you don't lose any teammate grade. Immediately run out on the break when he misses the shot and call for the ball, and then just shoot it as soon as you catch it from 3. Now if your build cannot shoot, I assume it can finish. So All you're going to want to do is the same exact method, but instead of shooting threes, you're just going to want to run down to the paint and take layups and dunks. Now, if your build cannot finish or shoot, you're probably just going to put the fries in the bag. But the other thing you could do is you could just go for assists, and I'm going to show you guys the easiest way to get assists in this next method. For this method on offense, all you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to tap L1 or LB if you're on Xbox, and then hold down the icon of your center. Once he comes up and sets a pick for the pick and roll, you don't need to actually do any type of dribbling. Just tap L1 or LB again if you're on Xbox, and that's going to tell him to slip. Now he's going to slip to the basket, and then just wait for him to get under the rim, pass him the ball, and he's going to dunk it every single time. Now, once you've gotten your 5 assists, start shooting threes. If you guys can shoot threes, that's what I highly recommend doing. If you can't shoot threes, just keep doing the method that I just showed you all the way until you win the game. So don't play any defense, just sit at the other end, call for the ball immediately when your team gets the ball, and just shoot threes until the game is over. You should be at 10 points after 5 assists doing my assist method, so you only have to make 4 threes to finish the game. Moving on to the last goal type for the playmaking specialization, we're going to be going over the best method for the goals where you just need to get X amount of assists. Winning the game and teammate grade do not matter. So for example, in goal 8, you need to get 1,500 assists, and then in goal 9, you need to get 2,000 assists. In your settings, you're going to want to put your game difficulty on rookie, and then you're going to want to head to the NBA arena on the map. Once you're there, you're going to want to immediately head right, and you're going to want to go to the practice facility. Once you're in the practice facility, go up to your coach and start a scrimmage. Call for the ball, and then immediately press L1 or LB if you're on Xbox, and then hold down the icon of the person that's closest to you for a pick and roll. Once they come up to set the screen, immediately tap L1 or LB to send them on a slip, and then you're just going to pass it to them under the rim for an easy dunk. After they've dunked it or laid it up for the assist, you're just going to want to run over to the coach, quit the game, and then spam A or X to immediately start up another one. Now, what you guys are going to notice is when I pass the ball to the person slipping to the basket, I'm already running over to the coach to start up the next scrimmage immediately. All right, so for the defense specialization, there's actually going to be 4 different types of goals. That's right. Unlike finishing, shooting, and playmaking, where there was only 3 different types of goals, for defense, there is 4 different types of goals. The first type of goal is going to be the one where you need to win 50 games with a teammate grade of A- or higher. The second type of goal is going to be the type of goal where you need to get a certain amount of steals or blocks, regardless of your teammate grade or if you won the game. The third type of goal is going to be the hardest goal, and it's going to be the one where you need to win a certain amount of games with at least 3 blocks and steals combined in each win. And the fourth type of goal is going to be the goal where you need to just defend a certain amount of shots well. For the first type of goal where you need to win 50 games with a teammate grade of A- or higher, you're going to want to go to the open court athletics training gym on the map. Start up the game immediately, and then once you're in the game, you're actually not going to want to play any defense. You're going to want to play about 5 to 10 feet back, so that way the opposing team passes him the ball, and so that way once he catches the ball, he puts up a shot quickly. After that, what you're going to want to do is, if your build is good at shooting, you're going to want to just take 3-point shots to get these games over with as fast as possible. Just take 3-point shots, so that way you can get these games over with as fast as possible. Also, shooting gives you the most teammate grade, so you're going to be able to get that A- extremely easy. Moving on to the next type of goal where you need to get a certain amount of steals or blocks. Moving on to the next type of goal where you need to win an X amount of games with at least 3 blocks and steals combined in each win. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to be playing off of your man, so that way the other team passes your man the ball. You don't want to play too far back, because what you're going to need to do is, as soon as he catches the ball, you're going to want to start sprinting towards him, and you're going to want to jump as soon as you start sprinting towards him to try to block his shot. Now, if this is not successful for you, another method you can do is you can actually stand behind the person that you're guarding. The other team will pass him the ball, and what happens when you're standing behind him is usually this will cause him to try to drive to the basket. Now, if you have high flying denier on your build, all you need to do is just trail him and then go for a chase down block. And these are by far the best 2 methods to get at least 3 blocks in every single win. Now, keep in mind, you do need to win the game, so if you have a 3-point shot, make sure that you guys are shooting threes to get these games over with as fast as possible. The next method is going to be for the goals where all you need to do is defend a certain amount of shots well. These are the easiest goals to complete, and I'm going to show you guys the best method for these goals. Now, what you guys are going to want to do is you're going to play about 5 or 10 feet off of your man, like you see me doing here. And then as soon as he catches the ball, you're going to want to sprint and jump at him. A lot of times they think they're open right when they catch the ball, so they're immediately going to attempt to shoot. Now, all you got to do is get a good contest on them and it will count as a shot well defended. You'll see in the top right, it'll say good shot contest, and that's how you know it counted towards your goal. And those are the best methods to get your defensive specialization done as fast as possible. Now let's move on to the final one, which is the rebounding specialization. All right, so for the rebounding specialization, there's going to be 3 different types of goals. The first type of goal is going to be the one where you need to win 50 games with a teammate grade of A- or higher. The second type of goal is going to be the ones where you need to get a certain amount of rebounds. Winning the game and teammate grade do not matter. The third type of goal is going to be the goals where you need to win a certain amount of games with 5 or more rebounds in each win. So for the first type of goal, you're going to want to head to the open core athletics training gym on the map. Run up to the board and start the game, and now you're instantly going to be put in a 5v5 game to 21. Now keep in mind, in these games, all you need to do is get a teammate grade of A- or higher. Your rebounds actually don't matter. So to get that A-, if your build can shoot, you're going to want to just take threes. That way you're getting the games over with as fast as possible. On top of that, 3-point shots get you a ton of teammate grade, so you're going to be able to get to that A- extremely fast. Now, if your build can't shoot, that's okay. What I recommend you guys do is call for a screen on the wing, and then when the guy comes up to set the screen, press L1 or LB if you're on Xbox to tell him to slip, and then just simply pass him the ball when he's under the rim. They're going to finish these layups or dunks 9 out of 10 times when you do this, and you're going to get a ton of teammate grade from the assists and the good passes. The best method for the second type of goal, where you need to win a certain amount of games with 5 rebounds or more in each win, is going to be in the same exact mode. Once you're in the game, this is super simple. All you guys need to do is just match yourself up with one of the shooters on the other team. So for example, if you're at center, you're going to be matched up with the center who's usually going to be in the paint. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to press R1 or RB if you're on Xbox, and then you're going to want to select circle or square. Those guys are usually spotting up on the wing or in the corner. Now, once you're matched up with them, all you want to do is just sit in the paint. That way they're wide open. And then once the other team passes in the ball, they're going to put up a shot right away. And a lot of times they're going to miss because this mode is basically on rookie. Once you've grabbed 5 rebounds, all you need to do is just focus on winning the game as fast as possible. So what I recommend doing is just shooting threes until you've hit 21 points, which is what you need to win the game. Now, if your build can't shoot threes, just do the assist method I showed you, where you call for a pick and roll, tell him to slip, and then throw it to him under the rim for an easy assist and score. And with that being said, guys, these were the best methods to complete every single build specialization as fast as possible. I took a lot of time on this video, so if you guys found it helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.